Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And thanks for joining us at 6:30 on our streaming news app. I'm Kevin Hogan. Crews were on the scene of a fire at a condo complex in East Haven early this afternoon. The fire breaking out at the Countryside Condos complex over on Redwood Drive. So far, there's no word on just what caused the fire or if anyone was hurt there. We'll have more information as it comes into the newsroom. On to West Hartford now, where fire officials there confirm one person died following a fire at a home last night. The fire breaking out just before 10 p.m. on Elmford Street. It's a story we first brought you on Eyewitness News at 11. Firefighters working to put that fire out while looking for one or two people who were still inside. One of the people trapped in the house was pronounced dead, the victim's name not immediately released. The second person taken to a hospital for evaluation. The cause of that fire in West Hartford is under investigation. Now to New Haven, where there are 3 teens in the Elm City. They're facing some serious charges, all in connection to a carjacking. Police say one of the teens approached a person on Newland Road and pointed a handgun at the victim and then took his Honda Accord. Police later spotted the car and after a brief pursuit brought all 3 teens into custody. One was hurt and the gun used turned out to be a BB gun. The 2 16-year-olds and one 17-year-old now face numerous charges. COVID-19 has now infected more than 25 million Americans since the pandemic hit close to a year ago. That's about 1 in every 4 cases worldwide, and by far more than any other country. President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan includes hundreds of billions aimed at fixing critical shortfalls in vaccine production and distribution. But the measure is far from sure to passing Congress. Channel 3's Nancy Chen has that story.
A more contagious COVID-19 variant, first found in the UK and detected in more than 20 states, is raising new concerns.
So we need to assume now that what has been circulating dominantly in the UK does have a certain degree of increase in what we call virulence, namely the power of the virus to cause more damage, including death.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says scientists are preparing to modify existing vaccines if more COVID mutations make it necessary.
The best way to prevent the further evolution of these mutants is to vaccinate as many people as possible with the vaccines that we have currently available to us.
President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan includes hundreds of billions to speed up the sluggish vaccination effort and money for struggling Americans.
We need more action, and we need to move fast.
The proposal could face GOP challenges on Capitol Hill.
Well, I think at this early stage, just having passed over $900 billion in relief, that before we were to pass a new program, we need to understand where the money's going. Are these to individuals or to entities that really need the help?
Of course we need the funding to get that vaccine distribution out there. We got to stop messing around and get our economy going again. That's what Joe Biden's proposal is about.
President Biden is invoking the Wartime Defense Production Act to make more vaccines, and he is aiming for 100 million inoculations in his first 100 days in office. Nancy Chen, CBS News.
It's wintertime. We look forward to wintertime because, people come in.
And it's no surprise these frigid temperatures have more people staying indoors. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal shows us some of the unique ways people are staying warm and fit.
At Bikram Yoga Simsbury, depending on the class you take, temperatures inside the studio could reach up to 107 degrees. Whether you're coming in for Bikram Yoga or hot yoga, the warm studio is a refuge from the cold outdoors.
It's just a great workout, and you get a great sweat, and your muscles get stronger everywhere, and you get a lot more flexible.
There are the regulars like Mike and Linda, who come in a few times each week and love it.
The hot studio takes your practice up a whole notch because it wrings everything out, the stress, the toxins, and it just brings me back to that center place of peace and yes, I can take on the world. And it's the heat that does that because I'm sweating buckets.
Richard Mercer opened the studio 12 years ago. Each winter as the temperatures turn colder, Richard says more people attend classes.
On cold days, we get more than we would get, say, in the summertime. So the winter still draws more, but it's just far less. One, because we can only take far less people, but with all the other things that are going on, it makes it hard to hard for them to come out and get in.
Precautions are in place because of the pandemic. The studio used to be able to fit 70 people. Capacity is now reduced, and the floor has markers so that yoga mats can be socially distant.
No, it's just nice to be warm.
It is.
I'm not even thinking about the outside when I'm in there.
I know.
When the pandemic first struck, the studio closed down for 3 months. Yogis attending classes say they're happy the studio is back open and they don't have to worry about working out in the cold.
It's really been helpful, especially when I work from home full-time, have been since March 16th of last year. So, I mean, it really helps.
In Simsbury, Ayaglau, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, today was an excellent day for some indoor hot yoga, that's for sure. If you were outside today, you know that the winds were still a problem paired with our below average temperatures. It was pretty chilly outside, and it's going to be chilly, as you can imagine, for the rest of this evening. But tomorrow's looking good. We're going to see those temperatures improving for Monday. But as of right now, we're seeing below freezing temperatures across Connecticut. 25 degrees right now in Hartford, 25 in Chester, 27 degrees in Groton. Once we progress into tomorrow morning, we'll see our temperatures going down into the teens in some areas across the Northwest Hills. Torrington down to 20 degrees at this point, 7:15 in the morning. For tomorrow, I love what's going on for Monday. It's going to be a really nice day. It's going to be a great day to enjoy the sun. And if you can, spend some time outside for tomorrow. Lunchtime, I know this is chilly, of course, but seasonably, this is going to be a gorgeous day, a gorgeous winter day across southern New England. We're looking at our temperatures sticking around freezing for the rest of Monday. The best part about tomorrow is that the winds are not going to be that bad for us. 29 degrees in Chester by 11 p.m. for tomorrow. Looking at our wind speeds right now, still persistent out of the northwest. A little bit of momentum there in Groton, 18 mile per hour sustained winds at the moment. And along the I-91 stretch, we're looking at 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. And that makes our temperatures feel like they're in the teens for Hartford and Meriden. Up in Windsor Locks, feels like 9 degrees at the moment, and Salisbury feels like 6 right now. Here's a script for the next 3 days. Got a great day on deck for Monday, above average temperatures, sunny skies. On Tuesday, increasing clouds leading into our next snow event, which is going to be routine for this time of the year. We're going to look at accumulations across most of Connecticut. They will be on the low side. Those accumulations will continue into Wednesday morning. Looks about split. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, about 50-50. Looking at satellite radar, we are not seeing anything, no clouds, and we'll stick with those mainly clear skies while we're asleep tonight. You can see some of those trailing snow showers across West Virginia and Pennsylvania a long ways away from New England at the moment. Fast forward to 5:30 on Monday. Barely any clouds to speak of. It looks like it's going to be like today, nothing but sun. A very nice Monday coming up for us. And then we fast forward to Tuesday, we start seeing increasing cloud cover. The wind's not too bad for this event. We're going to be on the tail end of this system, if you even want to call it that. It's not going to be too significant in terms of those snowfall rates as they start to come in from the west. We're looking at western Connecticut and northern Connecticut to get some of the, at times, substantial snowfall rates, but overall we're looking at very light snowfall into the very early morning hours of Wednesday. Doesn't show it at this point Wednesday at 7 o'clock, but it's likely we're still seeing flurries at this point, and it's definitely going to be just enough snow to have some travel impacts. People are going to be driving a little bit slower than normal for the commute on Wednesday morning. Looking at our future snowfall map here, we're going to be looking at about 1 inch of snow across most of Connecticut. If you live in northern Connecticut or western Connecticut, you're going to be favored to potentially see some pockets of 2 or 3 inches of snow. And I wouldn't be surprised if up in the hills we get a couple reports of 4 inches of snow. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. We're looking at mainly 30s moving forward. All things considered, this is going to be a pretty gentle last week of January for us. Looking at that snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. We've got a couple of breezy days on deck for Thursday and Friday. And as of right now, it looks like this upcoming weekend is going to be more comfortable than the one that we just had based on those calmer winds.
All right. Thank you, Connor. And thank you for watching on the Channel 3 streaming news app. We'll see you back here at Eyewitness News at 11. Have a great night.